G'day legends, welcome back to Tassie Coin Hunter. Well, we're back with the $2 folder. Everyone requested a look at it when it's full. Now, I don't know if I need, we'll leave this light on. So, here it is again. Slide it out. My thoughts, theories. Oh, my thoughts really. Okay, so we'll move phone out of the way. Now, I must admit, I like it. I do like it. So all my coloured coins are in here, and the only reason it's like it has got normal ones in it and not coloured because when there's a change of effigy, I put them in. Now that's up to you, whichever way you want to do it. I've just done it this way. Now I love the look of it, I do, but a couple of points I don't like about it. I found a couple of these quite tight to get out. I had to actually attack them from the back and slide them out. So if you've got like arthritis in your fingers or you have trouble undoing stuff, it can be a bit annoying. I had to get a little pair of tweezers and one to undo it without ripping it. So that was the one bit I didn't like about it. Display wise, I think it's beautiful, brilliant. Doesn't take up much room, very nice like that. I think the coins look beautiful. The other thing I thought about it was when you pick this up like that, you just got to be careful if you don't rough these edges up. So I think you just got to be a little bit careful how you get your hand under it. That's a tip for me that I think over time, if you were not careful, you can see I can just almost slip underneath it. So I think just be careful how you open it. That's probably my only really problem with it, is just getting your hands underneath it, and a couple of these were quite tight. The rest of it, I mean, I'll try to get the better light, but it just looks beautiful. Like the rest of it looks really nice. They feel safe in there. I mean, the only other thing, though, coins could move a bit to the side. That doesn't bother me. Over time, you can straighten them if you want, but I think as something that you wanted to give someone, like if you're leaving this to your grandkids or your kids or something over time, beautiful set to give away to someone. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Haven't used up all the spots now, so you just got to be careful how you pick that up. So I've still got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 left, and I haven't put in the other spare pages yet. I still have them here, so I can still put the spare pages in, which gives me an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. That gives me an extra 40 coins. So that's a fair expandable. And they don't put that many coloured coins out, so I don't know. I like it. Yeah, it's definitely going to stay like this. If they did one for the $1 coins, I'd probably change it to $1 coins as well, to be honest. I really do like it. So I'm right up to the current ones. So I've got King Charles III, because it's a change of effigy, but I still go with the NRL coins, even though they're still the coins. So they're all in order. Yeah, but my only concern is, if your fingers, you struggle with dexterity in your fingers, is getting these sliders open. You might need a hand with that. And my only other thing is just be careful that you don't peel these back. I mean, you could buy new ones again. They're only about $12.50 or something to buy 2 more sheets. So if you did rip one, it's not the end of the world. You can replace it, but just be careful. Apart from that, yeah, look, I love it. So yeah, just got to get your hand underneath there gently. The other thing I will do, and I think Wisey mentioned that, don't handle the set too much. He ended up with some mould on a Dansko set. Now, that's a reasonable good point. I think depending on where you are in Australia, that could affect you, moisture. So what I'm going to do, and I did say it in the other video, is I'm going to find a food grade clicky container. So I'll eventually put it like this. Food grade clicky container, high grade, you know, spend a bit of money on it, I don't mind. I'm going to put it inside there with a couple of maybe little moisture things and seal it up. So, and then over the future, if I do handle it a bit, I may even use gloves. Today I'm not, but in the future I think I won't handle it too much. Maybe just with cotton gloves, so I'm not putting my fingerprints all over it. But I live in a pretty, it's not a very humid area, Tasmania. It's not like Queensland and stuff like that. So if you live in other parts of Australia that suffer with a lot of mould and stuff, Tasmania is usually pretty cold. But if you suffer a lot of humidity, maybe, you know, address that situation. But best you can. But yeah, look, overall, I'm happy with it. It displays brilliantly. I took out the other pieces of paper because I didn't want to write anything on it. I don't think I need to. I think it just presents amazingly. For around that, I like to say $75. I'm not really sure, but around that 70, maybe 80. Oh no, 75, 70, depending where you get them from. I don't think you can go wrong personally. And look, I'm not getting paid to say this. This is just my own recommendation. I paid full price for this. I just can't quite remember how much it was. Whether it was $75, $72.50 with the extra pages. I think this was about $60, and the pages were about $12.50, $13 for the 2 extra pages. But I paid full price for it. So there's no, I'm not getting paid to say this or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by it. This is just my general opinion of it. I have done it about 3 other ways with 2x2s, sticky 2x2s. I don't like the sticky 2x2s, as I said in my last video, because they start to unstick and the coin gets jammed halfway in them, and I don't think that's good for the coin. The staple ones are good, in those little pockets are good, but those little pockets sometimes, if you take them in and out, they wear out and they will fall out a bit too. And it's a big folder. I think this, for your coloured $2 coin set, just looks beautiful. Like, to me, this is, yeah, this is very nice. I'm very happy. This is the best I've found so far. And the other positive, if, say I find another Possum Magic in mint condition, I'll slide this out, put the new Possum Magic in it, slide it back in, hey presto, it's all done. I mean, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Overall, I would give it, apart from those little things that I think just got to be a little careful of, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Look-wise, it's 10 out of 10. Practically, it's just a couple little things I could see a problem of, and that's sliding them out and maybe tearing this a bit if you're rough on it. But if you get underneath it and handle it with a little bit of care, I don't think you'll have a problem with it. And to put away for your kids or your grandkids or your wife or your daughter or your father or whatever you want to put it away for, or put it away for yourself, and then one day you want to sell this because you get out of the hobby or, you know, whatever reason, life changes. You've got to, you know, think about these things. It's a nice little set to take in if you want to sell it as a complete set. I'm sure if you store it correctly, you got to get your money back. It's got to be worth something. It's got to go up in value, especially if you've got the poppy and, you know, it's well looked after. I'm going to put this in a clicky container, try to measure one and try to find myself a real good food grade one. I don't care if I spend $10 on the container, $12, $13 on the container. I'm going to find a good one, fits it in there nicely, and maybe a couple of moisture things in there as well, just to make sure. And I think it'll last a long time, and it'll stop it getting bashed around. So when it's in a plastic container, I can stack it in my safe. Nothing else can hit it and knock the ends of it around, and I think that'll be really good. I mean, obviously it's got this protective sleeve I should say, to protect it, but I'm going to put it in there in its sleeve and then put it in the container, because that way it just protects every point of it. And yeah, and probably not to handle it too much. If I do handle it with gloves, probably, you know, and just every now and again check it to make sure everything's good. But if it's in a sealed up container and you're not touching it too much, I think it should be absolutely mint. So yeah, I'd say overall gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Price wise, I think it's reasonable. I think around $75 is pretty good. I mean, how much is a $2 coin collection worth? So you've got to factor that into it. ease and convenience of storing it is brilliant, I think. I hope they do it for more. I hope they bring out a $1 one, because I'm pretty tempted I'd change over, I reckon. Mind you, if I had a full $1 set, I might have to have two of them covering one lot and have to break them up. But for the $2 colour coins and change of effigy, I think this thing, yeah, it ticks all the boxes for me. It works for me, and that's how the coin hunter's going to stack his for the moment. I don't see why I'd change. But let me know if you like it. Would you buy one? If you buy one, let me know what you think, and let me know what you think of my points of view. Am I right, wrong? And if you've used the Dansko ones, which I have as well, they can be a bit hard to get out as well. And then 30 years' time, what's this going to look like? Well, if you don't handle it too much and you put it in a clicky container, lock it up, I really can't see what could go wrong. Alright, legends, let me know what you think. Until next time, Tassie Coin Hunter is out. Cheers.